I'm meteorologist Carley Gomez, and we had quite the storm that passed through, giving us these beautiful colors, nice rainbows being seen across the area. This one sent in by Chris Shaheen. Thank you so much. This one near Walnut Grove. We got several of them across the region with beautiful evening skies, nice and pink. So thank you for that. But that storm did give us quite the rain. We saw about an inch of rain across the region. That was from Friday afternoon and evening into Saturday morning. Close to that inch there for Sacramento Executive Airport and downtown. Over an inch of rain in Stockton. Way more than an inch there in Vacaville, an inch and a third there. And then Modesto seeing about 8/10 of an inch of rain. So some great numbers coming in a very short amount of time. But unfortunately, that didn't do much for the Central Sierra. The snow lab there only saying they got 2 inches of snow in the last 48 hours. The last 7 days, 2.8 inches. And that's only a snow water equivalent here of 2/10 of an inch of rain. So really not that much when it comes to how much water they're getting in this snow for snowpack. So far this water year, the snowfall coming in at just over 31.5 inches of snow. So we're pretty far behind. Looking at our record temperatures, we're just too warm out there to really hold on to snow. What we're seeing is those very high snow levels. And when it looks at the temperatures in the valley, we're looking at 66 degrees, a record for downtown Sacramento. Sac Executive didn't reach it, but Stockton and Modesto did at 67 and 68 degrees, beating out their 1973 and 1977 records. Now check this out. The month of December, so many days above average, and the average around this time is anywhere from about 56 to close to 58 degrees. So just right around average for those numbers, only 5 days. Everything else has been in the 60s for the most part to mid 60s. Check out some of these numbers with 67 degrees on the 22nd, above average temperatures for most of the month. It has really been quite a warm winter to kick off, as we've only been in it since the 21st. Now, as we're going to talk about what we expect into your New Year's Eve weekend and then into next week, the new year, we're going to see some changes, but a lot of similarities. Foggy mornings continue. What you should know, though, is after we get these rains and then you get clearing skies, this is when we get some really good fog formation, especially if you live near a lot of areas where there's big grasslands, out maybe near Elk Grove, over near Walnut Creek and Walnut Grove. This is some of the areas, Fairfield, Vacaville, they get really thick morning fog, and it's not hard to get it in the downtown area as well. We're seeing dry and mild New Year's Eve weekend, but 2 more storm systems are headed our way. Now let's take a look here. Clearing skies as mentioned as that storm has passed on through, but this is going to help with that development of fog. But in the meantime, as we get that cool air moving in, we are tracking the low pressure systems out to sea there. As you can see, the first one and then the second one set to arrive in the middle of the work week and then toward the weekend from Friday into Saturday as we move into the new year. But what we're looking at 11:30 p.m. is areas of fog formation, maybe a stray quick little shower further south, but otherwise it's pretty much gone. We'll get mostly cloudy skies and cloudy conditions for your New Year's Eve. Then those clouds push on through. We'll get clearing conditions into your Monday. But again, that fog formation for the morning hours will stick around. We're hoping it lifts a little faster so we get some sunshine. But after that, we're waiting into Tuesday evening where we're looking at potential to see some more rain back in the forecast. Looking into your Saturday night, though, you're seeing most of the fog really settled into the Bay Area and then just up toward Vacaville and Fairfield, areas near the Tracy Triangle, and of course near the Delta. Now, as we move into the morning hours, it'll start to move its way toward the east, seeing visibility down to 3 and 4 miles and only a half-mile in visibility there for San Francisco. Some spots may be thicker than others, again, especially where we're seeing farmland. So please be careful in the morning hours. By lunchtime, most of that lifted out of the area. Finally, tracking the system moving in. We don't have a timetable up there for you, but you can see that this is bringing in quite a bit of rain moving in for us on Wednesday, late Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. We're seeing a little bit of snow with that, but again, high elevation snow. The next one, Friday night into Saturday. This one looks to be a little bit more snowfall, and it also looks like this system may be heading way up north, meaning it can bring down some much colder air to help us out, hopefully bringing us that snow, and hopefully that snow sticks. But as of now, as we look at our Futurecast radar, it looks like we're getting a lot of that purple shade there, which is typically not solid snow, but right on that winter mix where it's a little bit heavier, more fluffy, not quite as dense. So what we're going to see here is you want that real thick white snow that can really lay down there and actually start to stick. Finally, after that, we're still looking at some clearing moving toward that following Monday and Tuesday. Your New Year's Eve forecast, mostly cloudy skies, about 48 degrees around midnight or so. So it's not going to be too chilly out there, but you definitely want to bring a jacket if you had plans to be standing outside. Well, your New Year's Day forecast, mostly sunny skies around 58 degrees. It looks to be a pretty day, but that morning, once again, a little patchy fog out there. Temperatures for the foothills into your New Year's Eve, looking at those mid to low 50s, and then overnight a little chillier, 35 and 38 degrees. But Ione, you're looking at 45, 46 degrees for the overnight low. Taking a look here at the 10-day forecast, we can expect to see really the mid 50s almost for the entirety of the next 10 days, moving into next week. And again, Wednesday and Saturday, that may be the best days for the next storm systems.